Hey everybody, welcome back to the trail. Finally, it is June 7th, I believe. Yeah. And so we are back in the park, just a little bit north of Pocosin Cabin. It is very different here now because not only has spring sprung, but summer is kicked in. It's pretty nice here though. It's gotta be high 60s, low 70s at the moment. Humidity's not too bad. Beautiful morning. It's getting to be about quarter to 12 right now. But anyway, so on our hike today, what we're going to do first is hit Lewis Mountain Campground. I'm going to eat a little bit and then show you guys around. After that is Bear Fence Hut and Bear Fence Mountain. So we're going to go up from Pocosin Cabin to Lewis Mountain, go down to Bear Fence. I'll show you the hut there, and then we're going to go up and over Bear Fence Mountain. And I was going to stop at the bottom at Booten Gap, but between Booten Gap and Big Meadows it's just hazeltop. There's not a lot else, so I figured I'll just do it all in one shot today. So excuse me, video is probably going to be a little bit longer. It'll be about 15 minutes probably, but we're going to get a good chunk in and end it at Big Meadows. The wayside there is open, the wayside store is open, but the cafe isn't. There's a few bathrooms open in the park, and that's about it aside from the trails at the moment. But it is really good to be out here, and let's get going. Alright, so as you can see, and I have no idea what this red building is on the left, but as you can see, it's a lot greener, and the trail's actually a lot shadier than it was this time of day a couple months ago. Because of all the leaves and such, it's cooler than you would expect. And this is the third Sunday that the park's been open. I took the first Sunday for myself just to get out. Last Sunday, I forgot to bring my memory card. So I did this hike then and just couldn't record it. So I'm out here again. It was definitely not a waste of a day. It was just good to be out for sure. Just a little frustrating. And then we're gonna just do this all in one big. Maybe I'm a little bit salty for having to do this twice, and I want to get it done in one video. But there really isn't a lot north of here, north of Bear Fence. And a lot of the views that we used to have, like, take a look to the right. I hate these flies. So, like, we would have been able to see out there a couple months ago. And it's just all leafed in. And it's not even full canopy yet. Like, there's still a little bit of that needs to go. But some nice wildflowers. And back into the shade. Alright, I will see you guys in a couple minutes at Lewis Mountain. So, stopped in here at Lewis Mountain Campground. Just wanted to give you guys a little quick view of like a standard. I'm in the middle of a lot right here. So all campground, or all campsites at Shenandoah, at least for the car campgrounds, have a spot, picnic table, fire ring of some sort, and then this one happens to have firewood at it. But they're all just like on a ring or a loop, so you just pull in and there's all the spots. And then about a mile, I think, from here is Bear Fence Shelter, so we'll take a look at that. And just saw a thru hiker go across the trail, so we might catch up with him and see if he wants to be on tape. All right, see you guys in a minute. All right, here's Bear Fence. That is the spring down there. Probably my least favorite spring in the park because it flows so close to the shelter, and actually in between the shelter and the tent sites, but it's also low flow rate. Bear box, a couple of bear poles, super green right now. And then here's the shelter. Pretty standard Shenandoah shelter. Here's the thing that I was talking about when we were at High Top. I don't know why that's there. It's like got a metal hook coming from it. It's like a can. It says mystery pipe on it. Like, people don't know what it is. I can't, like, think of any reason that that's there. If you do know, please let me know. I'm super interested in finding out. And then just standard Shenandoah shelter, fire pit, fun stuff. I caught up with that guy that I thought was a thru hiker, and he's just a section hiker. I think everybody that all the thru hikers are probably past me already, now that I think about it. They probably all left from Bear Fence this morning, and I passed the last one like a while ago on the way here, maybe like 2 hours ago. All right, just coming around to I believe is the summit of Bear Fence. You can see out there, not very far. A lot of the views in Shenandoah are better on Skyline. So heading up to the first real peak of the day. Had a few little, as you can see on the elevation map I posted before, had a few little bounces out of Pocosin Cabin, but now we're on top of Bear Fence. We're about to be. And then last week I did go through, there's like a side trail here that takes you to the summit, and then there's a rock scramble, and was that on Hazeltop? I forgot, but like, not worth it. Overgrown. It's like, I guess technically the top, but you wouldn't really know it otherwise. So one of the things that I'm excited about that's going to be coming up, not on the trail, this series is going to continue, but July 11th through the 18th, Leah, Jason, and I are going to hike Shenandoah all in one shot. And I'm going to record that, parts of that at least. I want to get more emphasis on like what goes on in camp. And then, so here's the turnoff to the top. So more emphasis on what happens in camp. Be like a 8-day hike. I might make into a few videos. We'll see how much I end up recording. It should be a lot of fun. Alright, so now we're on our way down Bear Fence. If I'd gone to the right there, we would have gone around the other side of the peak. I had lunch there last week. It was very underwhelming, so you couldn't see through the trees. And we're going to head down. The other trail over there is like a rock scramble, which I'm just not in the mood for. And I don't think that there's a lot of good views either. But this is kind of a gentler downhill than the uphill was, and then we're going to do the same thing at Hazeltop. It'll go a little bit higher in the descent, a little bit longer, before we get to the Jones Falls Trail, where we're going to end for the day at Big Meadows. So, to avoid falling down these rocks, I will catch up with you guys in a couple minutes. Alright, approaching the summit of Hazeltop. This is like either the highest or the second highest point on the trail. The other potential spot is the trail section that goes right by Stony Mountain. There's a spur trail that goes to the peak there, but where the AT and that spur trail meet, it's about the same elevation as we are now. So about 3,800 feet. And we're just gonna head down now. So this is like between here and Thornton Gap, really Pinnacle Mountain is like the high section of the trail in Shenandoah. It stays around 3,500 feet most of the time, and peaks here and over by Stony Man. And then Hawksbill is just past Big Meadows. That's the highest summit in the park, but the trail doesn't go up there. It goes right past it. And then when we get to Big Meadows today, that's about the halfway point, a little bit less than halfway. I think it's mile marker like 52 on Skyline Drive. So we are halfway done, which was a quick, I said the first third of the trail was done when we got to Swift Run Gap 2 episodes ago. And we're going to be already halfway after the end of this video, but that's just because the spacing of the gaps aren't equal thirds. So we were a little bit past a third when I said that, but it's the best marker to divide things up. Anyway, I'm rambling again. So the last few miles into Big Meadows are gradually downhill. There's a couple ups and downs, as there always are, but there's an overlook over here. Let's see what's over here. All right, what do we got over here? So this is going to be looking out to the west, Compass West and Trail West. Oh wow. This was definitely worth it. Oh, and that breeze feels great. So this is the green tunnel, and that's a black bear. Back, bear! Back! Back! Get back, bear! Okay, he just ran off into the woods. Alright, so I'm going to put this away. You can see the green tunnel. I want to make a lot of noise so he knows where I am and I don't startle him. Or her. But that was kind of cool. I really hope that I got that. I might have been pointing it up a little high. Alright. Yeah, I'd be alright if I just talk like this to the camera. Alright, so this is my favorite spot because it's emblematic. This fly. Emblematic of me, of the green tunnel. And kind of what this whole trail is kind of symbolized by. So as long as we keep talking, the bear should stay away from us. Right, bear? Don't want anything to do with you. You don't want anything to do with me. We'll be good. So that was definitely wild. Okay, so we're certainly past where that bear was. Alright, more. This is super green tunnel. Look, at just dead straight. My little haven in the woods right here. Partially because it's downhill. Well, today was certainly a action-packed episode. All right, bringing it home for the day. Action-packed day for sure. We're about to be getting to Jones Falls, and that will be where we stop for this section. All right. So thank you everybody for coming out today. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. It's got more animals than I usually got, but I think that's a win for everybody. And it's glad to be, I'm glad to be out here. I hope you guys are too. And I will see you next week when we go north of Big Meadows. Don't know exactly where I'm going to go yet, but certainly I'll tell you in the video next week. And then look forward to the Shenandoah special that'll be filming at the end of July. Or in the middle of July. It should come out at the end of July. Alright. See you guys up the trail. Y'all have a good one.